You know the situation is bad when they have to lure people in with avocado toast. That's what's happening in Vancouver right now. Millennials can't get enough avocado toast apparently, and now they're giving it away for free. They just have to buy a house. Interest rates are at historic lows, free avocado toast. Let's keep this party going. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we're going to talk about what is happening in Vancouver. I'm serious about the avocado toast. That is not a joke. That is not a stretch of the imagination. I'm going to get into it right away. Avocado toast has been synonymous with the extreme prices that people are willing to pay on certain things instead of putting their money towards something that is actually saving, like a down payment on a mortgage, like their actual rent, like things that need to be paid that take some money to save. Instead, what we have are people buying excessive things today. Now, that isn't everybody, but people in general have been in more debt than ever before. Millennials today are falling into the same traps as the rest of the generations before them, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be letting up. People need to get their priorities straight. That's what this article talks about. Millionaire tells millennials, if you want to buy a house, stop buying avocado toast. That's a very simple explanation, but he's trying to say you're spending excessive amounts on something like this, which you don't really need. Instead, you should be saving. I would like to interject the fact that we need to see real estate prices falling. I understand about the avocado toast. I understand about the iPhones, but at the same time, real estate prices are too high. One of the major reasons for that is the fact that interest rates have been at historic lows no matter where you look around the world. We're going to talk more about that in a moment. Out of the Globe and Mail, Vancouver condo developers offer free wine or a year's supply of avocado toast to woo buyers in a slowing market. One of the biggest slowdowns that we have seen globally has been a city that had previously been booming so fast. In fact, it was one of the fastest growing markets in the world, and that has reversed. It is Vancouver. It wasn't that long ago that prospective homebuyers in Vancouver would line up for hours to get into condo pre-sale events. They would be in these bidding battles between each other. It was crazy. It was a frenzy. And now today things look very different. The heady days are gone and buyers now have more control in the market. A shift that has some developers resorting to creative gimmicks like a year's supply of avocado toast in effort to appeal buyers. It's a slower, more competitive market. Remember what I said, this was one of the hottest markets in the entire world, and things have obviously changed to a great degree. These particular condos come with a promise of a free glass of wine a day for a year. That incentive comes as a $1,500 gift card to a neighborhood wine and alcohol store, which equates to about $29 a week to spend on a bottle of wine. This isn't much of an incentive when you think about it. $1,500 to make you get in there and buy that place. The incentive generated a massive amount of interest, adding traffic to website clicks picked up after it released the buzzy offer. Now it's time to be creative. It was a response to another developer's pitch to buyers free avocado toast for a year that garnered a media frenzy earlier this year. And they actually gave them a $500 gift card to a local eatery. $500 to get people in. Obviously, this has worked very well because that isn't much of an incentive at all. $1,500 worth of wine, $500 worth of avocado toast. The sales and marketing department at these companies should be given a pat on the back because they have done a very good job. You can see the prices of homes in Vancouver. The blue line are detached homes. Then we have attached and apartments here, just showing you the difference in prices, how all of them have come down. Detached has really come down significantly. It looks like it peaked out over $1.8 million, and it fluctuates here anywhere between 1.4 million, 1.6 million, but it looks like it has come down quite a bit. This is the national price map. If you're ever interested in seeing all of these statistics, you can check the link in the description, but basically it's the CREA. That website will tell you all the prices, and you can see that updated on a monthly basis. On the bottom left-hand corner, you're seeing the Greater Vancouver area year-over-year percentage change minus 8.5%. The sales at one point were down minus 46%. So we have seen a real distinct slowdown that is going on in Vancouver. And if you look at the Canadian average on the bottom right corner, year-over-year change is actually basically flat. So that has been pulled down, I'm sure, by what we're seeing in Vancouver. Toronto has actually increased slightly. Montreal has increased slightly. But the biggest bubble here, Greater Vancouver, has seen a dramatic decline, and that has persisted now for quite some time. To come back around to what I mentioned at the beginning, this is really what you need to understand. Interest rates affect mortgage rates, which affect people's ability to buy. They can't afford homes, my goodness, obviously not. So they have to do so with every gimmick and scam and scheme and way to get around not having the actual proper amount. If you can't put 20% down on a home, you simply cannot afford the home. I'm sorry, but that's just mathematics. It can't be done. If you're gonna have to pay all of your money to a mortgage, that isn't gonna leave you with much money left over. You are going to find yourself in trouble as soon as you have the first emergency. Look, if everything's all fine, you're getting your paycheck, nothing increases in price, you will probably be okay. However, eventually things catch up to you. There are emergency scenarios that are always coming up, unfortunately, and this will burn so many people. Canadian mortgage rates are at their lowest in 2 years. Here's why they're headed lower. Fixed rate mortgages are now almost as cheap as variable rate, and that's very unusual. This article here out of the Huffington Post just gets into some of the details of this. I wanted you to know that we are seeing today a very weak economy in Canada in general. This extends to other places around the world that are not where they were before. That goes for the real estate, that goes for different markets out there. You are seeing weakness that is applied and cannot be resolved by low interest rates, but this is all they can do. So perhaps we will see the lowest mortgage rates ever in history in the near future. That's all for this video. If you found it informative, please give me a thumbs up. When you give me a thumbs up, you are supporting this channel, so I do appreciate that very much. If you want the financial education you were not taught in school, these two books have everything you need. You can get all the details at the link in the description. So check out that link. If you want the audiobook, that's available at themoneygps.com. If you want to know what's really going on, you got to watch this video. I break it all down, so click on it and I'll see you over there.